Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Colombia. We are hoping the game does not crash. This version has been really unstable, so that's my first wish. If you're expecting the normal schedule, also, I'm on buttered toast right now, so if you know, you know. So that's not going to happen. No excuses being thrown around. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, had a nice Saturday morning, today with your neighbors having an entire roofing crew out. That's pretty random for a Saturday. But we could use some roofing crews here in Colombia. We have no economy still. And I'm going to go ahead and bump the speed up. We'll see what happens. Doesn't matter if it's slow or fast, it'll crash. Either way. If it's a association thing, I think we're going to lose our construction speed bonus soon. If I remember right, that's in January. Let's check it out. Yeah, right here. So IMF relief is going to end. We're going to end up being able to take the IMF decisions again immediately. Also got a couple other things that are going to end up ending very quickly here. I think I'm going to very much skirt along the maintaining independence, just just along the border of it. Because our autonomy is going to look horrible. Yeah, we're only at 50%. Basically 51, but I'll give it 50. And where we're at. About to finish a little bit of the productivity bonuses that'll give us productivity growth. And factory output for not civilian industry or anything like that or offices, but our military equipment that we can't use just quite yet. There is enough world tension, but we need Venezuela to be aggressive. That's what we actually need. I'm not worried about their tech. I think this would be a fun fight. But they need to follow their focus tree or whatever they do or decisions. I don't know what determines why they're always aggressive to Guyana. But whatever they're doing over there, they need to do it. Looks like tax revenue bonuses, exports, resource gain efficiency. This should be beneficial to us. I think it's permanent too, right? Yeah. So economic autonomy. Says it's a modification to it. Oh, so this modifier here. So we'll get extra bonuses. That's pretty cool. All right. Construction speed. Didn't realize I hadn't clicked that. That's unfortunate for me. Yeah, I've been so focused on productivity growth. Losing sight of the important things. We're going to get these factories done. I really don't want to have to increase the tax rate, but I probably will. I think that's going to be more effective for saving the economy after we do the whole debt crisis issue. I've come to terms with that I'm going to have to raise our taxes. Even though I really don't want to. Yeah, we're getting huge unemployment, and I guess it's productivity debuffs. Let me look at that again. Yeah, employment and productivity debuffs. And if I bump this up for the political power, I slow down our construction even more, so I'm not going to do that yet. Not quite. Could go ahead and just get this. It's 400 million more, and we're already very much in debt. Like, is it that big a loss at that point? Not really. Yeah. Should affect our construction speed, I would think. I would hope. At least research for sure, but yeah, once I get thermal isolation this done, I very much should be able to get our power situation leveled out. I should go up to heavy additional consumption with room to spare. All right, let's bump the speed again. 2004 already. So July, so 6 months for this factory. So it's about 8 months per factory right now with our current bonuses. Do I not? I guess I still have this bonus. I'm gonna lose a big chunk of our construction speed bonus here in 10 days. I'm gonna slow this down. So I have a choice. Very important choice. I can either go for our fuel and power situation more, which I'm really leaning into, or just resource gain and hoping that bumps it enough that it'll give us another factory due to global trade. But I think I'm going to go power. I'm going to continue pushing power since we're going to be making factories. Okay, yeah, so we have plenty. We'll go up to the max. Gained a little bit of extra construction speed, but we're going to lose that 25% from IMF debt. For now, I wish I had more political power. Yeah. So our money situation is about to be really bad. All right, so let's pause here for a half second. All right. We'll ask for a debt bailout from the United States first. That did mess with the interest rate quite a bit. I think this is permanent, but it is going to cost a lot of money I can't afford. Yeah, that's construction speed, so I do have to get that right away. This will be opinion of the landowners, so that should affect construction speed. Yeah, so they changed the debt system so you can't just get out of debt immediately. I do like that. Makes it not as like gimmicky, more realistic. So you actually have to work on your economy. Okay. Well, with that in mind, we're definitely going to be focusing on productivity and production. Yeah, so losing the IMF bonus only took out what 20 days for this production, maybe 25 realistically if we had less completed on it. So, knowing that with how much debt taking the bailout from the United States was, in this case, it's actually better for us to take the United States one going forward, or Brazil, I guess. Yeah, we'll have to work on Brazil next. As far as our loan officers, or I don't know what you would call them, but it's going to be more effective for us. And then, yeah, I guess we're going to end up hovering around like $1 trillion in debt. Oh, Marcella. No. I don't have anyone to rescue her with, so she's just going to be dead. Can I dismiss? Damn. Well, that's a no-go. All right, we're going to go ahead and get cybersecurity on Venezuela then. Ecuador after Venezuela. We'll pause that one. And then Panama is one we also do want. Does that stay in the list? It looks like it does. Okay. So it does maintain the list function. That's good. In March, China is working on the Himalaya region. I wonder if they're going to go to war with India pretty quick. That's actually curious. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fight back against the cartels for a minute here. We will probably be under cartel rule. Just naturally. Wild. All right. $700 million. Let's see. What do we get? Do we get space? We got space program. We're gonna work on that. We get economic measures. We'll lose debt. Office sector construction speed bonuses. Tax rate change costs. So I think that's just the political power costs. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Yeah, I want all these productivity bonuses. As fast as I can get them. And if we look at our rate in comparison, 1.9 I think we're slightly under the global average. Well, we'll see how this works then. 16,000 GDP per capita. Pretty low. We need 20 for the next research slot. Thinking I may move this power plant out of the listing here. That way I don't start making those randomly and forget about it. So I'm going to make sure that's lower on the list. We are actually going to max our like whole fuel situation. So I may... No, I already do have it in there. I guess this will help long run because we'll get power. So I don't need to be worried about energy even getting all this. And of the 4, one of these will go to taxes. Or maybe 2 of them. So I'll either be at 15 factories or sitting with a second stack at 1. Which is nice. If that happens. But in either case, getting the maximum amount of factories is ideal. Yes, a grand doctrine. This is a different color, isn't it? Than what it used to be. Pretty sure it is. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just remembering wrong. Hopefully that's fixed, or at least they adjusted it, because it is... I really don't like the new doctrine system. But that may just be me. Let's see here. Naval... Have they fixed this yet? Invasion plan capacity. So I should get another invasion plan. So I'll be able to tell right away if this is working. If I can only use one plan. This gives a whole nother plan now. Okay, so they may have fixed naval invasions. Hopefully they do. We'll see if it actually applies. That's the key point, like moment. Which grants productivity growth factor of 25%. 0.5. All right. We want the increased worker requirement. That'll make more people employed, so our unemployment rate should get fixed. And as long as our productivity growth is over 2, right? Since it's 25% of that value, we should get 0.5 or more, which is what the other choice would have gave us. That's my assumption here. I don't remember from way back in the Burundi playthrough if that's true or not. Come on, Venezuela, attack Guyana. You know you want to do it. You know you really want to do it, guys. Unknown focus. Honestly, she is captured forever. This is wildly long. And that's my best agent, too. I just can't do anything about it. It's pretty sad. 20th of July. Okay, so it did add a month. I was wrong. I think it was June. Before. Does that affect our position in the world? We are still a minor power. Somehow. Yeah, our corporate income is catching up, but it's still behind. We're running out of money. $1 billion in interest is far too much for our current construction output. We can't build enough factories, and our pop growth isn't going to be high enough to maintain the growth we would need economically. That's wildly close. I think this is our first or our second factory. I think it's the second one, right? Pretty sure it's the second. So we're actually starting to get production. Oh, look at that. Look at the world tension drop. Sudanese war in Darfur. So we could research ahead, but I think... Yeah, I'm just going to go for research speed bonus here with these longer researches. For now, since we're already ahead of time. We get the manpower solution. Let's check here what our options are real quick. So office sector construction speed and tax revenue modifiers. Those are nice. Or foreign investment modifiers. I mean, this helps in the short term. As we get a full % on foreign investment. Way later, that'll help us. This will help us pretty immediately with the tax revenue. This is actually really tough of a choice. Because we really do need the tax revenue. And honestly, office sector construction speed versus the 1% return on investment is huge. It's just how long is it going to take to get to that point? I'm actually not going to go for either. We're going to go ahead and skip for now. And go for this. Yeah, so we'll just bump some random things. Tripoli. Yeah. Can't do anything. We'll have to get military added to our interest groups. Okay, we'll keep working on construction with that slot. That's going to help us the most. Got another factory, so that helps. Yeah, so Our productivity growth for monthly productivity growth is what 0.8 higher now all of a sudden, like real quick there. It's pretty nice. Yeah, and that's 2% of our population that was unemployed that just got employed pretty much. I'm pretty sure that's what I'd have to go back in the video to look to verify that though. That is a big change though. So it is going to be worthwhile to take this energy research and throw it into pop growth and the productivity growth now. Realistically, it would have been worthwhile doing that ahead of this. But I'll take what I can get. And I can't because I haven't finished researching. I was gonna add the levels to the network infrastructure there, but it's not gonna let me. So we would need if we're hold up. Let me go ahead and get what I can. Yeah. I'm not gonna worry about alignment debate. Whoa, this gives you neo-imperialism. Gives you construction bonuses, but join a faction gives you neutral alignment, but that'll go away over time. You have to be nationalist to make this work, though. It's kind of difficult to do. I'm gonna go ahead and get the network infrastructure focus out of the way, even though I really don't want to do that because of the cost for the 6 billion. But it'll go ahead. It'll just be the go ahead and like grow our productivity. Even more. What are we sitting on? We have migration rates. We're about $1 billion and $1.1 billion from getting our corporate income already matched up with our population income, even though we have like 16% tax rate differential between corporate and population tax. Yeah, and we only have 4% power, so I guess it is fine. You know, it's 240 days out for the combined integrated gasification combined cycle, whatever that is. Yeah, the chemical engineers and chemistry. Beyond me, guys. Well beyond me. Fun stuff, but not my wheelhouse is how I would say that. All right. We've got I want to say the resources were in this section and up here, so I think I do have, yeah, I have the correct outputs. That's fine. I don't think you can build both in the same area, right? Guess we'll find out later. I'm gonna need rail lines here. Oh, that's gonna be a pain to defend. What a nightmare. All right, let's go through the Andes Mountains into Amazon. And we'll go ahead and put a rail line there. These longer. We could just do that. Redundancy in a couple places. That looks fine. West major non-NATO ally status. So we could. Oh, United States hates us. Got it. They won't let us into NATO. Even though they have like 50% influence, 42.3 or 9, 42.9% influence. That's wild. We're not wanted, guys. I guess we're not in the North Atlantic, though. We are kind of in out. Well, what would Central Atlantic right here in the Caribbean Sea? Does that count? I feel like it should. Um, bureaucratic spending goes up, but you get a construction speed bonus. Tax revenue increases and political power gain. You have to take the political power gain. I guess I'm going to do the anti-corruption. That'll help boost our income, research speed, division recovery rates even for our military. There's a whole lot of reasons to get that down. Oh, they got Saddam. America is hunting right now. That's crazy. And we're almost back over 800 million in debt. So do need to watch that. The communists. There are a ton of political parties making gains right now. Can't say if that's good or bad. Anyway, we'll go for Wi-Fi. What is our productivity now? 2.8. Productivity growth of 2.8. Generally flat across every. Oh, our agent died. We'll get a new one shortly here. And he or she will be in Venezuela. And we're out of time. So with this autosave, I guess it's a pretty good moment to look at the stats because I'm not going to go back. I have a fallback. We're not going to care. I'm not going to care what happens. We're up to 725 billion GDP. Not great, but we're there. Logistics wise, we are carrying 10,000 small arms or 11,000 really in stock. Probably need to switch over to make some utility vehicles and artillery pieces. Don't have a ton of helicopters nor man pads. So that is notable. Oh, they signed some sort of peace. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Y'all have a good one.